for development, this column for group activity and summary. Now let's come to the cross-curriculum. Here you need to mention the only subject name. For example, you are teaching science and you are doing some numericals over there. So your first curriculum is maths. And you are giving some daily life examples, so your first curriculum will be social science. So you need to put other subjects, how this topic is related with other subjects.
يعني ربط المواد ببعض يا جماعه، نربط المواد، استخدموا اللي تعلموا الرياضيات والعلوم في الرياضيات، العلوم في اللغه واللغه even the language, we can use the language.
Yes, and daily life examples, what are daily life examples? Objective, you have to just at least mention two here. Daily life examples you have quoted to the students. Now this is about formative assessment. If you are conducting a debate or a quiz or a presentation or a kind of activity, anything to assess the students, you have to write over here. This is continuous. This is comprehensive. This is not a pen and paper test. How you are assessing your children by continuously. Here summative assessment, what kind of test, which is pen and paper test which you have taken, please write it over here. And then it comes to homework assignment. The homework assignment should be as per your planning, which weekly plan you have put. So write it down over here, which homework you have assigned to the students. Now, before starting your lesson, your objective or standard should be fixed. What standard? For example, a junior grade science teacher is teaching about living organisms. So, what is the standard you are fixing for that grade 4? Is a plant, living organism, plant, and the animals. That's the standard you are fixing. So, for each lesson, your standard should be fixed, on which you will be assessing the students. Is this clear? This lesson plan? So, we will be following the same lesson plan now.
In the first part of lesson plan, we have to mention the learning objective.
Exactly.
But the standard first.
Yeah.
There's no space here for standard,
Okay.
but we will learn.
The big idea, the big idea.
Okay. Then later in the second part of lesson plan, you have again mentioned objective 1, objective 1, objective 2.
Oh, that is,
So they both are same.
no, that is the objective. For objective 1, what is teacher's role? If you have a second objective, this column is for second objective about teacher's role, but introduction. Introduction. This is
So
for introduction.
introduction having different objective than the same objective of the lesson.
No, you are not getting my point. For one objective, you have to go like this: introduction, lesson development, and summary. Second objective: introduction, lesson development, and then projective. You have to go like this, not like this, not like this, like this. So if you have two objectives, what is the introduction for objective number 1? What is the lesson development for objective number 1? And what is the group activity for lesson number 1? Here, introduction for lesson number 2, lesson development for objective number 2, and summary.
Yeah, like for example, when I was in grad school, they told us the summary could just be one question that summarized the entire lesson, and it can also be a wrap-up question that you have.
It can be in any form. You can just ask the questions, you can write important points over there, you can call the students to summarize your lesson in any way.
And is formative assessment just a worksheet or a quiz?
Formative assessment cannot be a worksheet.
When I say worksheet, I mean something that...
Something, continuous, not on pen and paper. Try to not use pen and paper.
Formative assessment can be either something the students did in class in writing, or they tell you, or they explain.
That's good. Normally, the pen and paper test is called summative assessment, normally. But try to keep some overall, some activity-based presentation and something kind of stuff.
Yeah, but that won't be for every class.
Yeah, I mean, sometimes you can keep it, but it's not, recommended. Okay, is clear? Lesson plan? Lesson plan is clear? Submission date is clear? And the correction date is also clear. Now, let's talk about the assessment which we have done for the midterm. And this sheet is for that. I have just sent it to the Maths, English and Science department. right? Rest, I will try to get the email and I will send it to you all the way afterwards, right? Here, you have to write the students' names. This is the midterm marks, 30 out of 30. How many marks the students have got? Science, universities.
Yeah, what is this?
And this is called skill-based assessment. Here, in this term, we don't have much time. So normally we try to do this. It's different for each subject. I'm just giving it for the maths. It's different for each subject and I have sent it to you all. Now, accounts I have not. Yes, science, math and English I have sent and try to send everybody. Now here, we don't have much time to conduct the skill-based assessment. So we'll be conducting the presentation this time and try to do the research work. So, presentation, for example, I have told my students, for the next chapter, I will not going to teach you the next chapter. You have to select topics. I have given the topics, and they have to come prepared for the presentation on next Wednesday. So I'll be just taking the presentation from the student side. It's for 10 marks. Since 20 marks is skill-based, we need to conduct 4 skill-based assessment, but we don't have time now. So we're going to do only presentation and research of 10 marks. So presentation you can do this week, and research work you just ask them a kind of question, a research-based question. For example, in science, if I say, find out the amount of calcium in different type of milk by complexity titration. So using this method, they can find out the amount of, the percentage of calcium in different type of milk. So this kind of one question, you can give a small question and they can just find out and make a small book, 2 or 3 pages, and by writing what they have searched on. Then you just come to this performance. Performance-based assessment. In science, we have done the practical. So each grade, right from 6th grade onwards, they'll be doing 1 practical each week. For maths, there is a quiz, the oral quiz. Now project is of 20 marks. I think everybody has given the title now, project. Have you given the project? Have you given the project? Have you signed? So this next week you have to assign the project. Please, science department has done it and maths also, half the maths department have done it. Rest you have to give at least title of the model or the project, whichever you are giving. And try to make a group of 5 or 6 students, right, and give a 20 marks for you, right? And the submission date, which we have kept, is 5th of March or before that.
What do you mean by the submission date? The actual
Submission date, the completion of project and submission of that.
And the students have to have completed the project.
5th of March, the last day.
Can I ask you something? Is it possible that we are also given consideration as teachers? Excuse me, I want to ask an important question. That we should be given consideration on these dates. It's like the dates are told to us without respect to the fact that, number one, we just had exams that we were given last minute notice, okay, that they were going to be done. And now all these dates are being thrown at us without respect to the fact, well, maybe we should be also asked, is this date feasible for you and your students? Now, a lot of my students have lost a lot of class time because of last minute rearrangements of these exams, trips, and things of this nature. Therefore, we had to postpone, some of the group projects. So it would be nice if we can be asked, is March 5th a feasible date with respect to the fact we have exams coming up?
I have asked the teachers to whom I met, and they said, okay, it's enough.
No one asked the English department if March 5th was a
Because
reasonable
I think
date.
I had come there to meet you, but I think you really something, so I just left. I was supposed to talk to you regarding this
You
part.
see, I started the project with them the week before we were told we were having a midterm exam, and that threw everything
I
off.
think 5th of March is, I think we have now numbers, how many days for 5th of March? 4 weeks. I think
It's
20
not
days.
4 weeks, it's
20
2
days.
weeks. It's 2
4 weeks, right? We have 4 weeks to prepare the project. I think for us to do this
So
next
it has to be finished by the 5th.
Exactly, 5th. I'm giving 5th of February, I'm saying.
Okay.
Not before.
It would just be nice if in the future that, especially when the school makes all these changes that we're not aware of ahead of time, if they can ask us as teachers, and there be some level of open communication about the dates and so that at least we're given some consideration, okay? Because that, honestly, that was exams, we were told 1 week, not even a week before, that these exams would be, we have to get these exams. And then now you're telling us to watch
We've already discussed it, and I'll make sure that we clue you guys in.
Her question is why the midterm examination was set. Okay, I just give you her. Her point is why the midterm examinations were all of a sudden set and not informed to us prior and advance.
Because we didn't have time. For me, I'm new here.
No, sir.
And I didn't have time to fix.
I understand, but that was my question. I'm sorry, that wasn't my question. My question was, when it comes to deadlines, can we also, as teachers, be asked, I'm not talking about the exam. Just now, you told us about this project for March 5th. I feel like dates are being thrown at us without any consideration that maybe we also had to postpone lessons because of exams, class trips. Some of my students lost lessons. I told them I may postpone the date for the project deadline. But I'm just saying, I'm not talking about, I'm saying in respect to the fact that these exams did throw off some of the lessons. Right, I feel like dates are being thrown at us. We're not, like, no, there's no level of communication between us and administration saying, okay.
There's no coordination. There's no enough coordination. And
because maybe my students may need more time. That's all I'm saying.
I know this is, you are suffering a lot from this point, and I start also suffering from this point, and I am suffering here because also I again
Students want to change their
gradually inshallah يوم بعد يوم we will fix everything and you will be
Okay, let me explain my point because 15th of March is examination, final term examination, right? Now, this examination was already finalized. Now, do you think that 10 days before we should not finish our project? Do you really think that? 15th March is examination, third term examination. We need to finish at least 10 days before. And that's what I have thought of. And I have discussed with the teachers to whom I'm meeting. But, I mean, irrespective of that, some teachers, they don't have time to meet with me. So, I have asked for students and I have asked for the Arabic Islam. So that's how I decided. And I think it's, what do you think? It's 15th March we have examination. 5th, 10 days before we need to finish the project, I think. Shall we go for 10th of March? I mean, what do you guys say? Please.
يعني كمان ممكن نعطي مجال 15 شهر اكيد البروجكت بالنسبه عايشين عليه شيء هذا تكون بيئه التمارين هذا بالنسبه للساينس مش بالنسبه للعدد وهذا معامل
So this is just after discussion with the teachers. I have decided that that's what their feedback. So if you say that this is not enough, we can extend the date. What do you say? 5th March is enough or 10th March? 15th March we have examination start.
احمد انت ليش قاعد ورا؟ ماي باخ لازم يصير ماي باخ
Can we have a date, please?